Happy Vlogmas! I'm Michelle Eskelin. Welcome to my Vlogmas of 2019. I wanted to have a few things that I do every day during Vlogmas, and then I also wanted to be able to show you different things going on in my life and just talk to you about whatever. The first thing I wanted to do each morning is advent calendars. I've got two different ones. One is 25 days and one is 12 days. So I do have a third one that I'll bring out when the first 12 days is up. But I just thought that'd be fun. So the 25-day one is this adorable box. And this is 25 days of tea. And this is the English tea shop in the UK. And I thought this would be fun. All right, so let's get started with day one. Here's what it looks like. Isn't that just cute? I just love these. They have that cute 80s look to them. And I love that gaudy 80s Christmas look. That's my thing. I just love it. I think it's the best. The first flavor is organic green tea with cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, pepper, and pomegranate. Fascinating. The English Tea Shop. So I've got a bunch of Christmas mugs, and I'm going to be using different ones each day. Here is the first mug that I pulled out. And it's funny because when I saw this, I had to have it. We had these when I was growing up. It's just such a nice childhood memory. I used to drink a bunch of tea and hot apple cider out of these mugs, and sometimes hot cocoa. Well, when my mom saw the video of me saying that I wanted to remember that part of my childhood, so I got this, she gave me her whole set. So I now have, I think, 6 or 7 of these. 7 of these, yeah. I thought it would be fun to do this each morning with you guys. So these are those pyramid tea bags, which are my favorite. While the tea steeps, I will go over the rest of what I wanted to talk about today, and then at the end of the video, I'll drink it and let you know what I thought. The next advent that I'm opening is the Ulta Beauty 12 Days of Bath. So this should be fun. Okay, so day one, let's see what's in here. Oh, there we go. Day one is, what are these called? Loofahs? They're not loofahs, right? I mean, they do remove the dead skin cells, but I guess maybe you could call them loofahs. I always call them scrunchies, but scrunchies are what you put in your hair. What are they called? Let me know. I have no idea. It might be nice to be able to use these again. I have been using bath and shower oil on my arms and legs because I get that, what's it called, keratosis pilaris or what have you, and it looks so much better than it used to using the bath and shower oil with an exfoliator like this or a washcloth or whatever. So I might be using this in the shower again to slough off the dead skin cells. I'm also doing the reverse advent calendar that was so popular last year with putting one item in a box each day to donate to a food shelter on Christmas Eve. I just thought that'd be really fun. And if you decide to join in, I would love it if you took a picture of yourself with the items that you're donating, maybe on Christmas Eve or something, and send it to me. I would love to put all those pictures in my scrapbook. I don't know, just the thought of somebody else doing it too makes me happy, but I'm not saying you have to. I know not everybody can or maybe wants to, but I apologize if you can hear my neighbors. Once again, living in apartments, we are stuck with neighbors who are so loud that if I waited for them to be quiet to film, I'd have to quit YouTube. So it's just one of those things. We're just going to have to listen to it. We're just going to have to deal with it 24 hours a day until we move or until they move. Hope they move. I will put a picture of that advent calendar right here. And then there's also a link down below that you can click on if you want to print one out. Now, I feel like just doing this is enough. I don't feel like I have to follow exactly what it says for each day. Just an item a day that will help them, feed everybody for Christmas, in my mind, should be enough. When I go to the store and I'm shopping, if I see things on sale at a really good price, that's what I'm getting. I'm not really going out of my way to stick with the list exactly day to day to day. The first item that I have here is chicken flavored stuffing mix. So that's the first thing I'm going to put in the box. And I just have an old Amazon box. Just putting the first item in there. And tomorrow we'll put something else in there. I'm excited. I got this snow globe. Where did I get this? I think I got it at Target for $10, and it plays, isn't this beautiful? It plays my favorite Christmas song. Let's play it for you here. I love this song. Especially the music box version. It reminds me of A Christmas Story right when the movie's over. I love music boxes, and I love this song. It's my favorite one. My favorite Christmas song. I have one other one, but this is probably my number one favorite song. I wanted to tell you about the weekend that we have had. We ended up not going to the Hoover Dam on Friday because the weather was so cold, and we thought we don't want to spend that long outside. And with us just moving here, I don't have that kind of winter coat yet. They thought it might even snow up there, so I don't have like boots, or we didn't feel like we had what we needed. So I think we're just gonna go in the spring when my mom is back out here and it's warmed up a little bit. Then we decided to go to the Valley of Fire. We are in the Valley of Fire, and is it hailing?
No, there's some snowdrops.
Every once in a while it looks like snowdrops.
It's 39 degrees.
And it's 39 degrees here, but it's not actually snowing.
That's 9 degrees cooler than when we got off the freeway. It's 48.
Wow. Bob just said it's 9 degrees cooler than when we got off the freeways.
But it's the day after Thanksgiving. I thought they would have all hit it up earlier, but I was wrong.
It's my mom complaining in the front seat if you hear her. Let me get the window down so you can see this. There we
turn
go.
this off for a while while we're just sitting here.
Isn't that pretty? I don't know. I just love stuff like this.
Memorizing the car life in front of us. Oh, I thought, Michelle, that you were touching my head.
This one is
Walking up there to see if there's maybe a fire, or not a fire. There's an accident, or there's just a lot of people going in, so you can see them up there. It's all it seems to be are people turning around from this line and going back the other way.
We ended up stuck in a line at the gate that went back, gosh, at least a quarter of a mile. And we just sat there, and the only movement was when people were turning around and leaving. And my husband got out of the car and ran down to the front to see what was going on. And they were just letting one car in every 10 or 15 minutes. And we thought, it was hailing out or snow mixed with rain. It was freezing cold. It was, raining hard. And we thought, maybe this isn't the day to pay to go in anyway. I look forward to going after the weather is a little better. So we turned around and we drove back home, And we thought, okay, we'll stop by the apartment on the way to go have some dinner. We stopped at the apartment only to find this. For us, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. We really did love Bella and we really did love having her around, but she was not a good fit for our home. Not only did she do that to our carpet, which we now have to spend hundreds of dollars to fix, that morning, she tried to bite our cat, Marty. And for us, that's a deal breaker. She just got to this point where she kept showing aggression to the cats and then actually trying to bite one of them if he was sticking his paw under the door, and she was like, not playfully, she was trying to hurt him, bite him, and then was scratching and hitting the door with her face. And I mean, it was scary. And when we called the adoption agency that we went through, they felt that this was not a good match then, that she needs to be in a home that doesn't have cats. And to be honest, we had got to the point where we felt like she needed to be around other dogs. The foster home that she lived in had other big dogs, and they had also felt that maybe that's what she really needed. And we were hoping the cats would fulfill that friendship for her, but unfortunately went the other way. Then with the loud neighbors and her having been abused in the past, she was so on edge all the time, every time she heard them slam the door or get in an argument on the porch. And I mean, it horrifies me too, but I didn't have a way of explaining that to her or calming her down. And when, like that door slam that you just heard, and when that kind of stuff would happen, she would then try to lunge at Brad and growl at him, and because she's so scared of men. It just got to a point where I didn't feel comfortable anymore. I was constantly on edge, scared of what might happen. And I just don't want to live like that. So I think that she would just be a lot happier somewhere that had other dogs and a yard. And it breaks my heart. We did not want to take her back. I've never taken a pet back in my life. But we just weren't the right home for her. And as much as we wanted to rescue an older dog, I don't know, being in an apartment and having cats, maybe this isn't the right home for a dog who needs so much extra, I don't even know how to word it, but we are at the point where we think it might be a better situation. We want, obviously any dog that we have, we want to be happy. And the previous dog that I had, Joey, the one that passed away in May, don't get me started, I'm already emotional. He was 4 months old when I adopted him. And so he was used to living in apartments. And even when we lived in a house, that was fine. But when we went back to an apartment, he liked it fine, because to him that was normal. He had been there so many times. And obviously he had never been abused because I'd had him since he was 4 months old. I think that's probably what we're going to have to look for, is a dog who's way younger, that doesn't have this kind of past, that we can give a home to and raise in a way where if the dog is small enough when we adopt it, the cats might be fine with him, right? And then even if the dog gets bigger as it grows older, maybe they'll be okay with that because they kind of grew up with him or her. So I think after New Year's, we'll start looking for a dog again. But that was quite the horrific experience, if I'm really honest. And I need some time to get over it. I'm so upset. I really wanted it to work out. I really loved her. And I'm really heartbroken over the whole thing. Okay. Let's move on, though. I don't want to keep being all sad. This is Christmas. It's happy, right? So that was my and Brad's Friday night, and it was awful. So we brought her back to her foster parents on Saturday morning. They seemed really happy to have her back. They really missed her, and the other dogs at their home really missed her. So I'm hoping maybe they'll just keep her because they loved her so much. I loved her too, but I just don't have the right home for her. But they have a house with a yard, and they have dog runs, and they have like 3 other big dogs. So I hope they keep her. I'm like praying that they keep her, but I guess that's not really my business what happens at this point. We stopped by, my brother was in town. Well, he got in town yesterday. He's still here, but I mean, he got in town yesterday, and we stopped by the MGM for lunch. We are in the MGM Grand. It just was so beautiful just walking in the door, the way the check-in area looks. So then we had a few drinks and we watched some football. That was at the MGM Grand that we had lunch. Then we walked over to Wahlburgers and had dinner, which was so good. I don't know. I could eat there every day of my life. I'm just saying. So if any of the Wahlburger brothers are watching and you want to give me a lifetime, I don't know, gift card to where I can just eat there whenever I want, I will be there daily. Okay. Just throwing it out there. It's just so good. It's so good. I don't think I could put it into words, but it is one of the best burgers I've ever had. And that was not the first time I ate there. I ate there a year and a half ago when we came out and fell in love with Vegas and decided to move here. And so obviously I'm very excited to be in a city where I can eat there when I want. As the night went on, we ended up in a situation where we met, are you ready for this? Because this is crazy. We met Flavor Flav. Ah! I'm going to be making some brownies. The ones that I mentioned a couple days ago. I have not got around to doing it. All this stuff with having to take Bella back and crying all the time and all that, I really haven't had a chance. But today I am going to go ahead and cook those brownies and bring them when we go to meet up with my family today. My mom and my brother both love brownies, so this is probably the better day to make them anyway. So I'll be bringing those along. I don't know what we're doing today, but I'll film as much of it as I can and show you tomorrow. Are you ready to see how this tea is? I know I am. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like green tea. It smells like cinnamon, and I can kind of smell the orange. It smells really good. Ooh, that is delightful. I really like this. In fact, I think Brad would like this too. Brad is an orange tea person, and it's green tea, but you can taste the orange strong enough to where I bet he would really like it too. Hope you enjoyed my first ever Vlogmas video. I can't wait to do a vlog every day for the rest of the month with you guys. And I hope that you're having a wonderful holiday weekend. Bye!